Hey, gang, welcome to the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast. It's good to see you.
Well, it's great to see you, Dino. How was the show today?
I'd say a good 7.9, brother.
Did you drive to work on your lawnmower?
No, I did not.
Unlike a man in Queensland who, can you believe that? He drove to work in his lawnmower and got pulled over.
Ash Williams came in to talk about, well, put it this way, it's a two-parter.
Yeah.
It was a two-part story.
Involving?
Stifler's mum
Yes.
from American Pie. Brownie had a very robust debate with himself about 4 and 20s. Yeah. Neil Mitchell's involved.
Yeah, sort of.
I took out my frustrations on the supermarket checkout, and I know I'm not alone.
And plenty more. Look, enjoy the podcast.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. How do you do?
How do you do?
This time yesterday, I was basically still asleep.
Yes, you were too.
And
then-
I spent the whole day chasing my tail. What is it about waking up shocked and too late that ruins your whole day? I just felt crazy all day.
I think it had more to do with the fact that you got home and your kids had a student-free day.
All three of them. It was actually really fun.
Oh, that's good.
No, it's just a nightmare when that happens.
No, it was really good. Surprisingly, it was really, really good. I did
Highlights?
some cooking.
Yes.
Yeah, highlights.
And Peg and I made a customised hoodie for Murphy.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, which she, you know, I got this tiny little hoodie from Kmart, and then we spread it on a chopping board.
Yeah.
So it was nice and taut.
Yeah.
And then she got the Sharpies out and she wrote, "I'm pawsome" on it.
Awesome. They're funny.
A little paws
Did
all
she
over
also write, "Warning, do not come near me"?
it. No, she didn't.
She should-
Horny animal inside.
Pin the tail on the donkey. Did that get played at all?
No, it didn't. No, we had a really nice time. But then Murphy put his hoodie on and he wore it for the rest of the day, which he loved, obviously. But the funniest thing is sometimes the hood would fall over because it's not made for dogs, it's made for a person.
Yeah.
So the hood would fall over his eyes and he would just freeze and we would find him completely silent, sitting wherever it had happened.
Right.
It's like, I can't see anything, so therefore I don't exist anymore. And he was just frozen with the hood over his eyes.
He was having-
the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Full
normally-
existential crisis.
Yes.
He's normally rooting a toy.
Yeah.
Look, he's been...
Or
So
anything
something
John.
different.
Or
he's got a
anything.
healthy
Or your
sex
leg.
drive. Don't
Leg.
don't
I
sex
saw him go
shame
on
him.
watermelon once. Like, that was wild that day.
He's not Armie Hammer. He's a very normal, healthy animal.
He's like that scene out of American Pie.
Yes. Oh, John.
Jason Alexander. No?
I'm glad you mentioned it because I'm thinking of the beach house in American Pie.
Of course you are.
Owned by Stifler's mum, Jennifer Coolidge,
Yeah.
who came out the other day and reckons 200 beddeds. Well, that doesn't make
Extra
any sense.
bedded.
Yeah.
She bedded 200 extra
Yes.
men that she wouldn't have if she didn't get made famous by playing Stifler's
Well,
mum in
I'm
American
very
Pie.
inspired by this because I'm hoping the Masked Singer does the same thing for me.
It might, son. It might. But talking about that, Ash Williams is one of these, maybe one of these 200 men, our friend Ash Williams.
Not
can't
sure
wait.
about that, but he did share a ride with her in a taxi once.
Oh, is that all?
I think he shared more than that.
Right, is that
Yeah,
right?
he'll be in to discuss that and more.
At
Played Spin the
7:30.
Bottle with Stifler's mum.
Yes.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Whether you've been craving the ocean, snow, mountains or city lights, there are so many possibilities for you and your next trip.
Make up for missed holidays and explore more of Oz with whatif.com.
Jump online or on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
One of the modern problems that I see is that once you hit a certain age, you believe what society tells you. And you got to stop doing stuff. And you got to really, you've got to look at that and go, why have I stopped doing this thing? Is it because someone has told me that I'm too old? 13, 24, 10, what are you doing that you're technically too old for? Because this granddad, 76 years old.
Yes.
He says that he's shell-shocked on being turned away from a pub on a rainy day because the security guard said, no, you can't come up here, you're too old.
Oh, what an outrage. Never too old for a beer, Swanee.
Never too old for a beer, and never too old for a beer anywhere.
That's right.
You know, even the cool places. What's a cool place now? I mean, I don't even know.
Let's go
To
Lux.
have a drink.
Oh,
Lux.
that's more of a nightclub. You want to flash?
Let's do that. Let's
Okay.
do that. Lux.
Yeah.
Why can that man not go to Lux? Why?
Aesthetics.
Why did that security guard say, no, sorry,
Yeah.
you're too old? Aesthetics, optics, as they say now in the media. My grandmother was in her late 60s and still surfing on the Gold Coast.
Really?
With a surfboard.
That's cool.
It's really cool.
Wow.
And that I think you need to take inspiration from Rita Muriel O'Malley, and do things that you're technically too old for.
Yes.
Okay, right. Yeah, like this.
Double denim, yes, you can do that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old you
still
are.
do that?
You can do that.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you like.
I don't do that a lot, double denim, I must admit.
Well, you can if you want to.
That's good.
You know, if you're nearly 80 and you want to go down to Arbury afloat and have a little drinky poozy on a Friday afternoon, you can do that.
Yep.
Some things you're too old for, though, Dino.
Like what?
Oh,
Give me one example.
lining up for a nightclub.
You
See
can
you
do
later.
that. You can do that if you want to.
No, but like if I'm there, I'm too old for this shit. I'll go drink in a park over that.
Yeah, that's true. But that's like
A negative one.
that's a decision that you make for your ego, not for your age. You're like, I'm too good for this, actually, not
John?
too old.
I'm probably too old when I turn up to slab day and try and drink a slab.
Yeah.
Probably too old for that now, Swanee.
No, you're not. You can do that. You're too old for a hangover, but that's what happens, right? But you're not too old for anything that brings you joy.
Because if I
and
saw
fun.
Jonathan in a kitchen lighting up his pubes because he's had 17 beers, part of me would die. Is like, we should be better than this at this point in our lives.
Yes, but that's got nothing to do with age. You should be better than that. You should be wiser than that.
Gotcha.
No, it's the fart with the firelighter, mate.
Yes.
Never too old for that. Oh, my God. That is
Never
great
too
at
old.
any age. In fact, if you are over 80 and you can light your fart, I want to see that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we'll pay you.
You're the sort of guy that I want in my life.
I think Eddie Maguire did at the Fox Christmas party.
That's right. I heard that too. Yes, yeah.
13, 24, 10. What are you doing? What are you still doing that you think technically society tells you that you're too old to do? Is it surfing? Is it...
Eddie Maguiring in the boardroom with a lighter.
Yeah. Is it listening to the new Beyonce album?
Yes.
13, 24, 10. Give us a call. It's Lara from Murrabak. What are you doing that people
Good morning.
tell you... Hi, beautiful. What are you doing that people tell you is you're just too old? Oh, Lara, stop it.
Well, I water ski and I'm 54 at the moment, so that's probably not too old. But I recently had a conversation with a friend at lunch and was saying how I'm going to start skiing at 7.
Are you water skiing right now?
Sounds like it.
Did you have to call us from the waves?
Well, yeah, I am actually. Well, how else am I going to keep it up until I'm 70? I've
Good
got to
point.
practice every
Good point.
day.
Good point.
Lara, do you really feel that? Like, oh, I might be getting a bit old for this?
No, and it's like a goal of mine every summer to do it so that I know I can then do it the next
I
summer.
love this. You know, there's two pieces of advice my dad gave me. One, if you buy something, a house, never sell it.
2, aim for the head to kill.
2, aim for the head. And 3, when you question yourself, oh, am I too old? The answer is no.
Yeah, it's never
The
too old.
answer is
definitely.
no. And that is the best advice I've ever got. Because I remember he was offered a new job at 37. And he said at the time, he was like, oh, no, I can't do that. I'm too old. And he did it anyway. And then he's looking back going, on 37.
Yeah, that's young.
What was I even thinking with
Absolutely,
that
mate.
narrative in my mind?
Mate, we're all messed up. At 20, you're like, I'm almost 21. It's all over. What kind of idiot is the brain?
Correct. What sort of idiot is the brain?
Good on you,
ask
Lara. All the
Lara,
best.
Daniel's Donuts, a Daniel's dozen. Well done. Let's go to Jason in Taylor's Hill.
Come on, Jason.
Jason from Taylor's Hill. Hello, Jason.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good.
Jace.
You sound full of vim and vigour. Why, Jace?
I try to be every morning. When you start to get on a little bit, you've got to do that. So
That's it.
yeah.
That's it. Mind over matter. What are you doing that people tell you you're too old to do?
Well, both my dad and I race sprint cars. I'm 52, and my dad is 77.
That's fun as hell.
Yes, brother.
It's fun as
I
hell.
grew up beside a sprint car driver.
So did I,
And
John.
He used to build all night. He'd be out in the shed. You hear him tinkering away. He was an
That's
old
right.
dog.
Hey,
Yeah.
2 words.
That's-
Ron Cricky.
Ron
Yeah.
Cricky. Wasn't a sprint car.
Western Australian legend.
Who is Ron
Mate.
Cricky?
How do you not know Ron Cricky? One
never
of the
heard.
greats in
We don't have
Australian
enough
sprint car
time
racing.
to talk Cricky.
Cricky is a legend.
Ron Cricky is a Western Australian legend in sprint cars.
Brother. Hey, immortal.
Yeah,
How do
exactly.
you spell cricky?
I believe it's Krikke. Cricky.
Cricky.
Correct.
He's a ripper. Don't worry, good on you, Jace. Keep at it.
Keep
Just stay
racing.
off the wall.
What would Ron do, brother? Bill in Ocean Grove.
Ron Cricky. Hey, Bill, what are you doing every day that people go, Bill, come off it?
We surf every day. It's
Yeah.
really good.
Yes, Bill.
Love that, Bill.
And
75.
how old are you?
I'm 73 and all my mates are over 70 and we're on the Facebook site over 70 surfing and we just wait for the sun to come up. But the water's a bit cold at the moment.
Get out there, Billy. Put a wetsuit on. You ever been close to eaten by a shark?
Good question.
I've seen a couple, but never been close enough, thank God.
Bill, do you walk around Ocean Grove and see other men your age that haven't embraced
With a
this
walking
joy,
stick?
this joy for living, and you think, come on, man.
No, it's not too bad down here, actually. There's a few of us that well over 70 that are in the water, quite often and whatever. Everybody says being old's a fact, feeling old's a choice.
Right on, Bill.
That is
love that.
spot on. That is spot on. Also, Bill, have you ever heard of Ron Cricky?
I think he's a sprint car driver.
Yes, Bill.
Bill, I'm going to give you to preserve you because you're doing great, a NutriBullet. You got a 900 series Mega Pad.
You'll love that, Bill.
Oh, yeah, great. Thank you.
Hey, Bill, do you know if Ron Cricky was as big as Max Dumsney?
Yeah, I think he was, wasn't he?
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Zach Merrett. He's number 7 for the Essendon Bombers and he loves trees. Speaking of trees, my voice sounds like I've swallowed a whole branch. Toyota's 40 Forest Initiative will see 8,976 native trees planted across Australia to encourage a more sustainable environment. Here's Zach.
Welcome, Zach.
Thanks for having me bright and early. A bit early for me being a footballer.
It is early.
He's
It
a
is
slacker.
early.
He's a slacker, Swanee.
What was your morning routine this morning?
Keep knocking back the alarm and then eventually get up and get in the car and get here. That's been my morning.
How many times could you knock it back? What's fair and reasonable to knock back there or hit the snooze button on the alarm, mate?
I typically have 3, the 2 quick ones, and then have just a later one, just in case I get a bit excited and keep pressing snooze.
Well, you know, Swanee doesn't believe in the snooze button. Yesterday we had to send an SOS and get her out of bed. At about 10 to 6, we're going, no, Christine Swan. What happened, Swanee?
I forgot to turn my alarm on. But I'm not a snoozer, and I really recommend that there's no more snoozing for you.
You need a lift.
Yeah, I like the idea of that, but I don't want to be that one that rocks up late to training.
Hey, Zach, tree stuff. Let's get this out of the way. This tree business. What's going on? Tell us.
Yeah, I growing up in southwest Victoria with Brownie in God's
my
country.
neck of the woods.
It is beautiful
It
there.
is beautiful, yeah, a lot of trees. And when it came across my desk to work with Toyota, it was very appealing. And the fact that it was around kicking more and more points in games, obviously also appealing. So pretty cool initiative to get involved in.
I got one of those native trees I planted in the backyard the other day, Swanee. I sent around, doing my bit for the community.
Watch them because somebody
environment.
planted a tree in my front yard in the 50s and now it threatens to kill somebody.
It is enormous,
really?
Swanee. That
It
gum
is
tree's amazing.
Enormous. It's beautiful, but I do worry. I
love it. What about these boys, Swanee? So growing up around Cobden, I used to play against Zach's mob. A lot of dairy farmers.
Lots of dairy farmers.
Tree huggers now, by the sounds of things, Zacco. And, every time you play against Cobden, once one of the Cobden boys kicked me in the nuts.
Is he a low, what did that guy call him? A weak-gutted dog.
Kicked me in the nuts, so then I punched him, and I got sent off, Swan. It's the first time I ever got sent off in a game of football.
Zach, question. If somebody kicks someone in the nuts, is it fair that the opposing coach calls them a weak-gutted dog for doing so?
I'm going to say, is it okay for Brownie to punch him back? I don't think the...
that's okay.
I don't think the coach. I think when you're out there playing, it might be appropriate to react, but What, depending on
Are
the
you
age
a
group?
weak-gutted dog if you kick someone in the nuts on the field?
I'd say you're pretty weak if you get someone in the nuts.
I agree.
Did you hear Ricky Stewart during the week, the Canberra Raiders coach? Have you still got that audio, Dino?
Yeah, give us a sec. I'll definitely find it.
Ricky Stewart coached the Canberra Raiders in the NRL in a post-game press conference, was asked about an incident one of his players in where he got kicked. And the other opposition player kicked one of his player.
In the nuts.
And this was the reaction from Ricky Stewart.
Where Salmon kicked Tommy, he ain't on. And I've had history with that kid. I know that kid very well. He was a weak-gutted dog as a kid, and he hasn't changed now. He's a weak-gutted dog person now.
What's the fallout of that?
Could you imagine? Well, he got suspended for a match.
Oh, right, okay.
Could you imagine your coach, Ben Truck Rutten, the big truck? Can you imagine Truck just firing off at a press conference like that?
I can't imagine him doing that. I think he's pretty level and not someone that steps out along with that stuff. So I think he'd be straight batting those ones.
Hey, Zach, you guys are 14th. Not the greatest season ever.
Right,
but,
hey,
Facts are facts.
Stay with me. You guys lost to the Pies by only 4 points. You rolled the Lions.
Shut up.
And you rolled the Swans. This is all in the last few months. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, it's obviously good to get some wins late, but it'd be nicer to start the season.
But these are proper teams you've come close to or beaten. Your fans should get something out of this, do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Fans somehow still rock up to watch us, even though we're 2-10, so we're pretty fortunate with that. But, to beat Brisbane and Sydney, I think, were two pretty big wins.
To beat Brisbane.
Thank you. We're missing half a team. We still nearly beat them.
Yeah. Is it, Zach, is it the beginning of
the end?
No. Is it the beginning of the romp to the grand final? Because obviously, when teams are down, like you guys are.
Like your team, Richmond was.
Yes, exactly. And like the Western Bulldogs, all of them have had
That's a good point.
a shitty path, and then all of a sudden the tide starts to turn. Is this the beginning of the journey to the grand final in a few years for the Bombers?
I'm hoping so. Yeah, I think we've got
Carlton the same?
Number of young talented players that I'm hoping probably 20, 40, 60 games away from being really consistent players and hopefully taking me on that journey with them. So that's definitely the hope.
When are you going to take over the captaincy?
Yeah, that's right.
It's topic at the moment, isn't it?
Who's the captain at the moment?
Hep's still captain.
Oh, Hep's still. That's right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Dyson Heppel. One of the great names in the AFL,
Well,
by the
Dice
way.
is towards the end of his career as well, so that'll be a big talking point going forward. Dice's form's been all right.
Zach, do you want that pressure of press conferences and people harassing you? Do
Calling
you want
people
that?
weak-gutted dogs.
Do you want that, man?
Thanks in Ricky Stewart advice. No, I'm open to obviously doing that. It'd be something that'd be a pretty special role at such a big club with a big history, but time will tell.
You need country boys as captains. Country boys are resilient, tough.
Yes. I agree.
Love it.
I agree.
Also, too, Sheeds. Do you ever see Sheeds around? Because, Sheeds now, his job at Essendon is just to go and get on the gas with the sponsors and keep them happy.
I saw Sheeds in the wild recently and I nearly lost my mind.
Where was
Just
he?
walking down
Sexyland?
the street.
No.
I know, he wasn't at Sexyland. I can't remember.
Yep.
Do you ever see Sheeds? Is he floating around?
Yeah, he floats around. He has these one-liners that I don't know.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Can you remember any?
Yes.
Not really, but he just comes across and speaks, and then everyone sort of just goes quiet, and then he walks off.
What,
and
like
then you start
Yoda?
talking. What the hell would you just say?
He'll drop something like Yoda, like a proverb or something, and then just walk off.
All the time. I think he's well known for that.
You don't know what
You've
he's
got to
talking
start
about.
writing them down.
You do.
That is gold.
He's not getting a paycheck from Essendon still, is he?
Oh, I think he'd be working on something, wouldn't he?
Oh,
Now, here's a hard-hitting football question from me. You are the number 7, and that is my lucky number. Do you get a say? I've always wanted to know. Do you get a say in what number you play for?
Yeah, I've got a good story about that one. I started as 27 my first year. That was the best available number, and then
what does that mean? Best available
I think
number?
you always chase down to one, don't you?
You don't want a high number, Swanee. Like, you don't want number 63 or something.
Okay.
Yeah. And then end of my first year, Leroy Jetta was finished at the club and 7 was available, which favourite number. I was pretty excited.
And that's your favourite number too?
Yeah, so
great.
I requested or asked and got ticked off, and Adam Cooney just came to the club after a really good career at the Bulldogs, and I was a dog supporter, so I was really excited to meet Adam and walked into the gym, I think the first day back at pre-season, and I was buzzing over to say hello, and his first comment was, "You're the idiot that took my number." And I was a bit taken aback.
Yeah, absolutely.
Meeting one of my role models growing up.
What an arrogant prick.
Oh, I reckon.
Anyway.
Hey, mate, thanks
What
for
a
coming
low-gutted dog.
Toyota's Footy Forest Initiative will see 8,976 native trees
Let's
planted.
just round it up to 9,000, shall we?
Get out there and plant.
Across the whole country to encourage a more sustainable environment. Good luck for next year. The footy trip must be planned. You've got 2 weeks to go.
Yeah, it's come along pretty quickly. So I think a few of the boys heading over to Europe. So it'll be a good. Good off-season.
Get there.
See you, man.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Today is a very special day. Every dollar that you donate to the Fred Hollows Foundation, and just a quiet reminder, it only takes $25 to restore someone's sight.
That's wild.
It's wild. Who has avoidable blindness, right? $25. Every dollar that you donate today only, it's a 24-hour period, will be matched by an anonymous benefactor from Fred Hollows. So if you donate $50, $100, you save two sets of eyes on your own, and someone else will match that.
Fantastic.
That's 4 sets.
Great.
The way that you can get on board, just to fill you in, I've pledged to walk 300 kilometres in the month of August. I did it last year. I'm doing it this year. I only knocked over 5 or 6 yesterday, so I'm feeling a bit of anxiety. But I am going to get it done, even if I have to walk through the night towards the end of the month. I will do that. I'm going to keep up my end of the bargain.
You should be able, if you walk backwards, Swanee, you can only do half as much to make it up.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
That
works. That works.
But
that works.
How do we get today only this double your money thing?
Today only, get onto my Instagram page, Chrissie Swan, and there's a link in my bio. It couldn't be easier. You click on that, and then it takes you straight there. You donate, bang. I would really, really appreciate it. Let's get to $100,000. I don't think we are going to get to $100,000.
Come on,
to be honest.
lift.
But let's do it. Let's do it.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
So carried away talking about a 76-year-old grandfather that got turned away from a pub in Liverpool that we've gone overtime.
Uh-oh.
So let's hurry it up.
Hurry
Good
up,
morning.
P.
Good morning, Pang. Why are you telling me to hurry up?
Make it snappy.
Hurry up, Sam.
Oh, we'll be snappy. It's not even going to finish my intro music because I'm debuting a new segment. That's why I'm excited. But that's fine, mate. You have a little chat about some 76-year-old old fart.
Yeah, brother.
Yes, that's right. No, I've got a new segment. I'm excited.
Hurry up.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Here we go.
Dino, I don't even know how to get into this, but you want to play all the others
Of
first.
course I do. It's part of the series.
Listen, Swanee, you know... What did you say?
It's part of a series.
Okay. Well, previously on Identa Blank, we've had this.
It's Identi Cry.
Identa Cry.
Original.
Where you had to...
It's Identi Day.
Had to Identa Die. By the way, hold on a second.
Just explain.
Yeah, Identa Cry is I play you a scene, and you have to... someone's crying, and you have to work out who it is.
That's where it started.
And then there was Identa Die. Someone's dying. You have to do it. Then what else we had?
It's Identi Pie.
Identi Pie.
No, that was celebrating great scenes with pies in it in cinema.
Great.
There was one in particular that seemed to be the most popular pie-wise.
Was Stifler's mum involved?
American
in one of
Pies,
those?
yeah, that was the one.
It's Identi Sigh.
Identa Sigh, where there was, I'd play you a sigh.
That was big.
But famous, iconic sighs. And you had to guess.
It was hard.
It's Identi Guy.
That was,
Identi Guy.
Well, we just celebrated great guys. Guy Pearce, Matthew Guy.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, well, we didn't
Not memorable.
Didn't come back for a sequel.
It's Identi Fly.
Identa Fly was a good one. That was because there's a lot of movies with aeroplanes in it, and we highlighted scenes from those.
That's got to be it, right? There can't be any more.
I can't imagine.
Couldn't be a new one, could there?
It's Identi Bye.
Identi Pie.
Gotta work out who's bidding farewell. Identi Bye.
Right?
This one might be hard to tell.
Wow.
So I'm going to play you scenes from movies, right, where they're saying goodbye,
Yes.
and you two have to guess who it is. I can't believe this hasn't been done
I know.
before.
I can't believe it either.
Buzzer checks.
Name's your buzzer. Just,
Whoa.
Juggernaut.
You could just say John, it's quicker.
Okay, ready to go.
Buzzer
all right,
check.
you,
Big John.
Oh, Jesus.
let's just get into it. Ready? You two?
Yep.
Go.
Big John.
Whoa, that's quick.
Big John, what's what do you got?
Dumb and Dumber.
No, it's what do you get the rest?
Free hit. Do you want the second grab or
No,
still the
play the
first?
first.
Here we go.
Go take care of my little girl now. That's your job.
That's your job.
That's your job. What do we got? Free hit.
Did you recognise any of the voices?
No.
If I said Ben Affleck and Bruce Willis are the voices.
I got it. Big John.
Well, it doesn't matter now.
No, it's Armageddon.
Yep.
It is Armageddon.
Jeez.
That's when Harry Stamper takes AJ, down to disconnect,
Yes,
and
I
then
know
he
that.
disconnects his air hose, forces him into the shuttle lock, and says, "No, I'll take this."
You know what? I don't think I've seen Armageddon.
Armageddon's unbelievable, Swanee.
You haven't lived, mate.
Is that the Aerosmith one?
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll be proven to be a true story. Years to come.
Correct.
That's quite an amazing scene, by the way, because you think that Ben Affleck's character is going to die because he's got to detonate the bomb,
Yeah, I know.
but then the father figure, Harry, he says, "No, I'll do it."
Spoiler alert.
The old
Oh, yeah,
switcheroo.
that is a spoiler alert. But then again, the movie was from 1998, so I couldn't give it.
He sacrificed himself.
Hey. All right. This one here.
Here we go.
You know I'm an incurable romantic, but good luck.
I'll miss you. Your mother'd be proud.
I'm gonna miss you too, son. You're all right.
Oh, my heart.
I like that it's a clue that they didn't no one went in early.
No.
Nothing.
That's
Yeah,
an
the
alien.
music.
That's an alien talking or something.
Big
Robot.
John.
John, what do you linked in there? What do you got?
E.T.
This is great.
There are more clues.
Well, it's the answer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, can you play it again?
Okay. All right, sure.
I'll miss you. Your mother'd be proud.
I'm gonna miss you too, son. You're all right.
Tron.
Oh, okay, you two putzers. Never seen a little movie called Ghost?
What?
Bye, May.
Oh, Oda May.
Hi, Sam.
So that's Patrick Swayze's
That's
character,
Swayze.
Sam Wheat, saying goodbye to Oda Mae Brown, the psychic, played by Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
You thought I was going to play this, didn't you?
I love you, Molly. I've always loved you.
That would have been a bit more obvious, I reckon.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, well,
Same.
sorry, Captain Obvious. I'm not doing that today.
Very similar to Willis's voice.
No,
Swayze.
no points have been scored. Not 1 point.
No, to be
This
honest,
could not be going better
I
for
haven't
me.
seen enough movies, I think.
You haven't seen Ghost?
I have seen it, but
Well,
I
be better then.
I just feel like it's a real weak point in this quartet.
You're
Is
both-
my movie knowledge. I apologise. I've let you down.
That's
and
okay.
myself.
Let's go.
And the listeners. Here's another one.
Take care. You too. Hey, good luck, son.
Oh, there wasn't
Good luck,
enough
son.
there.
That is Robin Williams,
In?
Dead Poets Society.
Oh, God damn it. Free hit, John.
It is Robin Williams.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, Big John. Goodwill Hunting.
Yes! Yes! This is right. They're beautiful movies.
You never
Hold
have
on a sec. You seen Good Will Hunting?
Yes.
You never had it.
Loved it.
This works great when you've seen the movie and you're still getting them wrong.
That's what I meant to say that when I said Dead Poets Society.
It's a wonderful relationship between Robin Williams, Sean, Doctor, and Will Hunting. Of course, that's beautiful when they say goodbye. Then there's a
You do what's in your heart, son. You'll be fine. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Will.
It's a good lesson for life. Good lesson for life out there. If you do what's in your heart, you'll be right. Not if you're Armie Hammer, but you know, what I mean, look, it's not always right. Hey, last one.
Yep.
Yes. All right.
I've been and always shall be your friend.
That's Al Pacino.
Good guess.
No, that's not bad. It's not Al Pacino, but I like the guess. I shall and always will be your friend.
Isn't he talking about Lavazza coffee? I know good coffee.
How sad is that?
Yeah, it's a coffee ad.
No good?
Well, it's Star Wars.
Nah,
That's close.
is it someone that got stabbed in the neck?
It's it's Leonard Nimoy playing Spock in The Wrath of Khan saying goodbye to Kirk.
Come on, mate.
beautiful.
That's too Friday. What are you doing?
That's a seminal scene.
Did you watch this sort of crap when you were growing up?
What is this? Identity Nerd Burger?
Whoa. Stay down, Payne.
It's a nerd burger. It might be next, by the way, Swanee. Have a listen. It's beautiful. They say.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Or the one.
Yes. You've revealed yourself.
That was some... No, hold on a sec. I haven't seen Star Trek 2, but that is quite a big famous scene. Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan, Swanee, where Admiral Kirk's midlife crisis is interrupted by the return of an old enemy. And that's Spock and Kirk saying goodbye at the end. By the way, I like the idea though.
The explanation.
Kirk had a midlife crisis. You know what I mean? What did he do?
Yeah.
He bought a sports car and he started dating a younger woman. I don't know what that means. I haven't seen that movie, but that's a big scene at the end.
You've done it again.
I nailed it again.
You're an idiot.
You've too much spare time, Nerdburger.
You're idiots.
Yes.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Well, Queensland's got a bit of a history of this, Swanee. Unlicensed driving when you shouldn't be, or certainly out on the roads when you shouldn't be. Last year we had the story about the bloke that jumped on horseback and decided to go down to the bottle shop.
Yes.
Got arrested
I like that guy.
for drink driving.
Horseplay.
I feel like it was a woman.
Yeah, actual horseplay.
Over the weekend, police in Tweed Heads, up northern New South Wales, just right there
Very
on the border.
well, not far from the Majors.
Major's
stomping
place,
ground.
absolutely. Well, police allege that they pulled over a bloke by the name of Jordan Brown. Might be a cousin of mine, actually. He was driving his lawnmower, his ride-on lawnmower through the streets of Tweed Heads. Now, Brown, a landscaper, had been finishing off a client's yard.
Yeah. And
obviously he got the lawnmower there. So how did he get it there? Well, you think he's pulled up in a trailer. No. He's gone to the client's house. He's driven to the client's house on his ride-on lawnmower.
Yes. What sort of journey are we talking?
Just down the road.
Oh, well.
Like a couple of Ks.
Yeah.
And then, he'd had a couple though. And then obviously he's woke up on the Saturday morning and think, geez, I've got this job that's hanging over my head. I've got to knock it over. So I'm just going to jump on the Rover or the Husqvarna or the Toro. What else you got, Sam?
Caterpillar.
Caterpillar, like that.
Tonka.
John Deere.
John Deere, thank you. Sam, you got any idea about
Yeah,
You're not
He just said Tonka.
I said Tonka.
Well,
Is that
Tonka's
the
not a
brand?
ride-on lawnmower.
It's a toy.
No.
Oh, yeah, it is too.
Razorback, there you go, you can have that.
John, this is not unlike Bobby Boucher, Adam Sandler in The Waterboy.
Absolutely.
That's his preferred mode of travel.
And then, Jordan decided once he'd finished mowing the stripes in the lawns, he's decided to just, stay on the lawnmower and drive himself back home again.
I mean, this sounds logical to me. I don't see the problem in it.
But he was driving erratically because he's on the road. He's not just going over the nature strips all the way home. He's driving down the middle of the road and driving erratically.
That would be funny if he just went on the nature strips and all the way from his job to his house with just one strip of...
Didn't lift.
Is that the lesson here, though, if you are going to illegally ride a ride-on... what is it?
Ride-on mower.
Ride-on
lawnmower.
Ride-on lawnmower.
Yes.
That you can't be driving erratically as well.
No, you don't want to be driving
You just want to
erratically.
be straight and narrow.
But if you mow a strip all the way home in people's nature strip, that's
community
okay.
service.
Exactly.
Anyway, he was pulled over. He went through the little breatho station.
Yes.
What did you like?
In the mower.
In the mower.
Unders?
He's got... No.
Unders.
He blew .25.
That's
0.25.
He got 2.5.
That's 5 times the limit.
He was
isn't it?
legless.
He'd run out of petrol. He could have just blown into the pipe and would have kept...
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
He's got a podcast and Instagram, a comedian who's an attractive man.
Welcome to Ash Williams. He never leaves the station.
Get it going.
How you going?
Mate, I'm good, man. Just came from 7-Eleven.
Really?
Yeah, it's got a $1. Fantastic.
Can I please have credit where credit's due? You had your first 7-Eleven coffee with me.
I did.
I introduced him to the Sev brew.
Yeah, they're a good brew. I heard they're doing ads here as well.
Yeah, man.
Can someone from 7-Eleven please call me? I've been trying to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
I've got a business pitch for you. At AshWilliams1 on Instagram. Let's talk.
Our salespeople legit have a relationship with them.
So I'm not
Get
mucking
onto
around.
that.
We're going to get on. Get onto him
Yeah,
right now.
please, Jack.
We've got Ash until 8. Get onto Adam Jacket right now.
Can you give us a clue as to what the opportunity is?
No,
Okay.
no way.
Fair.
You smell like chlorine. Did you have a swim this morning?
Sauna. Yeah, I'm had a late night sauna.
What?
And well, if you get in before 10, you can stay till whenever. So smell that hand.
Smell that hand.
Yeah, that's sauna hands.
Beautiful, huh?
Turkey sauna
Let me
hands.
smell your hands.
Smell that
That's
ass.
disgusting. I just assumed that I just assumed he
He
had a
was
shower.
nude in the sauna this morning.
Correct.
Much similar to when you met Jennifer Coolidge.
Good segue, Brownie.
Give us the genesis of this story.
Last Sunday, I was so excited I read the paper, and in it was Jennifer Coolidge, who's Stifler's mum, pop culture icon in American Pie, of course. So after American Pie, she was speaking about how the fact that she was Stifler's mum gave her the opportunity to bed 200 more men than she would have bedded if she wasn't Stifler's mum.
Have a listen to her rich voice.
I got a lot of sexual action from American Pie. There were so many benefits to doing that movie. I mean, there were about like 200 people that I would have never had slept with.
200. 200 seems like a lot.
And the article went on to say one of those potential 200s was Ash Williams, who hooked up with her in the back of a cab. I nearly fell off my breakfast chair.
Mate. It's a good article.
Yeah, well, give us some background.
I was going to say, it's like a painting. Like, what number out of 200 are you? Number 3 of 200?
Yeah.
Well, do you want some scoop?
Yes.
I actually met her in this very studio.
Okay.
11 years ago.
Where was she? Where were you?
I was where you were, Dino.
Yep.
And Brownie, she was where you were. You are. And the interview went pretty well. Got a call about an hour later, off air. Maybe it was 9, do the math, 10 o'clock. And then I...
Do the math.
All right, I'll do some maths over here.
I hope you've got a pen on you or a calculator.
Show was finished, and then there was a meeting, so do the math.
And it's a private number. And back in those days, I was answering private numbers. Loved them.
Like you don't already.
No way, mate. Go through to the voicemail now. Please call as much as you like. I'll never fall for it. And hey, Ash. And it was a girl from a PR agency.
Oh, yeah.
And she said, hey, just wanted to know what you're doing tonight. I said, nothing. What's up? Would you like to go out with Jen?
Yes.
And I said,
Hanson.
Well, my mum's name is Jen too.
Oh,
I said,
of course.
The ultimate MILF. No, I'm sorry.
Come on.
No.
Even you knew that was too.
Would you like to go
Of course
out
I did. Are we on air?
Would you like to go out with Jen, is where we're
No, then, because I was going into... Because Stifler's mum is known as a MILF person. She's
Absolutely. She's one of the original MILFs.
the original MILFs. That's what was on my mind. And then I thought, you know what? I will go out with Jen. She said, where are you going to take her? I said, leave it to me. So I spoke to producer Sasha back in those days, and she organised a lovely night at... Is the mic okay, Dino?
Yeah, something's going a bit funny.
Jeez, what's happening?
And then we went to Spice Market in the
restaurant.
city.
Yeah. What? Just you and Jennifer Coolidge?
Yeah.
I can't believe
Maybe it was Spice Lounge. It wasn't a restaurant.
Did you pick her up? Did she meet you there? How did it work?
I picked her up. I met her out the front of her hotel on foot. And then...
Where was she staying?
the hotel off Collins Street where you've got to pull in.
Yeah, the Park Hyatt.
There you go,
the
bro.
big boy.
Back then it wasn't called the Park Hyatt.
The Grand Hyatt.
No, close.
Mate, do you remember anything about this night?
Yeah, dude, we're getting to it. And then we're at the Spice Lounge. We're in the day. There's a day bed there.
Yep.
And it's like Bali.
Yeah.
But you're not in Bali. You're in Melbourne, and it's 5 degrees. And the daybed's so sleepy. She started falling asleep a bit because she was very jet lagged.
Yeah, no, nothing to do with the company.
No, I know. I thought my conversation was pretty good. And then I said, do you want to wrap it up? Do you want to go home? And then she said, no, I want to get the tour of Melbourne. I want to get,
Get busy.
No, I want to know what Melbourne's about. I said,
was the Melbourne Star around then?
It was being built, I think, bro.
Ash, had you attempted to breathe life into the interaction? If she's falling asleep, you're not doing a good job at this point.
Yeah.
No, it was a pretty sleepy environment, to be fair. The Spice Land's not around anymore.
Did you meet her with a view to having intercourse with
I
her?
didn't know.
No, in your heart, did you want that to go there?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Of course. You just never know with these things. So then I yeah, look, I don't know what's going on with the mics. If you're in the car, don't worry. It's not your car.
I'm going to turn yours down a bit because someone's cans are getting too close to the speaky bit.
It's not me.
Continue. Sorry.
And so then I said, leave it to me. You want to get the a tour guide of Melbourne? Let's jump in a cab.
Yes.
So back in those days, you just hail cabs.
Why don't you get on the restaurant tram? Let's go around the city, mate.
We were restaurant tram area.
Yeah, sorry.
Do the maths, then.
Yeah, did the maths, bro. And then, so we jumped in the back of a cab, and then I said, let's go to Chapel Street, bro.
Yeah. You didn't call her bro.
No, to the cabbie.
Okay.
And then we just did laps on Chapel Street.
Yes.
Oh, my God. You and Jennifer Coolidge
It was
doing laps at Chaps.
Yeah, man.
Past Revs.
We went past Revs, and then I said, we better get out.
Yeah.
And then we went to Big Runga. Oh, yeah, because that song is in American Pie.
Yes, it is.
Great call.
I'm so deep in this, yeah.
Yeah. So then we went to La La Land.
Yes.
Which is on Chapel Street.
Yeah.
And we had a couple of drinks. And
Are people going... Are they losing their minds?
Okay, so...
Yes.
Look, I was trying to keep it romantic vibes, but there were some, 20-year-olds who were starting to, yell out, that's Stifler's mum. And then
they would have been in La La Land when they saw her.
They really were, and there was a bit of a line starting to brew. So I just went up and said, guys, come on, bit of respect here. I'm on a date. This is my girlfriend. Just to let them know this is a serious date.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, can we please see Stifler's mum? I was like, yeah, okay. Just if you do want a photo, it's going to be $5.
End of part one. End of part one, Jackie. We'll come back.
No, we wrap it up now. No,
No, we're going to come back.
We'll come back.
Oh, jeez.
This better have a big finish, mate.
Cliffhanger.
Far out.
Ash Williams and Stifler's mum, part 2 next.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
You're right in time for part 2 of the Stifler's mum, Ash Williams love story.
Also, by the way, we've worked out what the problem was. Ash had his headphones turned up to a maximum power, and then would lean in and just cause problems.
Well, he's a DJ model. So
Yeah,
you're a DJ model. Is that
It was
your
causing
description?
feedback.
You talking about David Jones? Or are you talking about being a DJ?
DJ model.
Part 2.
Who cares?
Go, part 2.
Stifler's mum.
Part
No,
2.
you're at La La Land.
Can we
La
focus?
La Lounge, and there's La La Lounge, and there's on Chapel Street, and there's kids
With Jennifer Coolidge.
With Jennifer Coolidge, Stifler's mum. There's people lined up to get selfies with her, and you are sort of halfway through your night on the town with her.
Yeah. So then I said, we did a couple of photos, the boys were respectful. And then I said, let's, get back in the cab.
Yes.
Got another cab.
What time is this?
About midnight.
Okay.
Oh, what a sexy time of the evening.
Then
full moon.
Went back to her hotel.
Yes.
I calmed down, Dana.
I remember one time you told me nighttime is sex time.
What?
So is this how...
Oh, yeah, no, I DM'd that to you.
Is that...
Just out of nowhere.
Is that what happened with you?
No.
And Coolidge?
No. So she was getting out of the cab, and I said, it's always a tough one,
Yeah. Were you into it, though? You wanted it to...
big time. Well, I should say...
Stifler's mum, Swanee.
I should say we
do the maths, Swanee.
Shared a kiss.
Oh!
In the back of the cab.
Describe the kiss.
Oh, mate, it was fantastic. It's
French?
Yeah, geez, Dino. Wow.
Is there any other type?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, lips.
That's a good point. I used to prefer to finish my dates with a firm handshake, but that was different.
Was it French? Was it
was
proper?
Big time French.
French, you say?
No, it
Sounds straight in to me.
No, and it wasn't, as the French would say, it, les incompetents.
Yeah.
That's a Home Alone reference.
It is.
Look, it was a great kiss, and then it's tough when you're not actually invited upstairs.
No.
So then I said...
Been there,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then I said the great Sam Payne quote, should I come up?
Yes.
I've never said that.
No, I've read your book, bro. And then...
Fine.
So that's you put it all out there with that
Yeah.
question.
Did you say, should I come? You asked her, should I come up?
Yeah.
And what did she say?
Not tonight, honey.
Oh boy.
Hold on. Can you do that? Can you have Thug Life ready?
Which one do you want?
Thug Life. You got Thug Life?
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Can you do that? Just that last bit again, all right?
Yeah.
You say what she said. Can I?
Yep.
Should I come up?
Should I come up?
And then she said,
Not tonight, honey.
Why not?
Yeah, why not, man?
You're like a wonderful company. You're very, very handsome.
She was
very
tired,
true. She's
mate.
tired, yeah.
fair
She
enough.
was so jet lagged.
She went out with you.
Before that, I never believed in jet lagged.
Yeah.
Or jet lag. But no, it's a real thing.
So, question: what about the next night, or the next night, or
So
the
she
next night?
gave me her number and said,
Oh.
"Look, call me when you get to LA, honey." And I got to LA. I flew there a year later.
On
Called-
purpose.
Just for her.
Pretty much. It's one of the main reasons, not even joking. And then as soon as I landed, I called her
Yes.
and got the voicemail.
Yes.
And in 2012, you would leave a voicemail.
Yeah.
So I left a voicemail, quite a long one. And,
11 minutes.
waited a week, no call back.
Whoa. What?
Left another one.
Yeah, good.
Anyway, that went on, just leaving voicemails.
Far you cannot cope with perseverance.
Yeah. Haven't heard back, mate. It's,
Well, she never got back to you.
I feel that's still alive.
Well, she was
No,
busy
well,
getting,
I've
she
still
was
got the
busy
number.
getting into 200 men, which you weren't one of them.
Can I just say she's a lot of fun and a great person.
Yeah.
And a good kisser.
And an incredible kisser.
Great.
Mate, that's more than anyone listening has done with Jennifer Coolidge, Stifler's.
Well, we don't know that actually. 13, 24,
What a
10. Have you shared a kiss with Stifler's mom, Jennifer
Sure.
Coolidge? You may not be the only one in this fair city.
No, give us a call. 13 24 10.
I've got a couple of other things that. Oh no, we've run out of
We've got no
time.
time.
No, I was going to tell you.
Mate,
That's it, bro.
just next time you come in, tell us about how your mate is trying to.
Scam an old lady
My
for
mate
a car.
is trying to use me to scam a lovely old lady out of a car.
This sounds awful.
That's sizzle for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I might have bought the car by then.
How's your OnlyFans account going? Your foot OnlyFans account?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going well, mate. We've got two followers.
Okay, good.
That's great.
It's not great, but
How much? $5.95 a month?
so the thing's, I've upped it to $50 a month, so $100.
That will pay. The foot
Yeah.
freaks will pay, brother.
But just,
Hey,
can I plug that?
Yeah.
At Ash Williams Foot Show on OnlyFans. Today's a big day. New content. We're doing the foot babushka, and it's going to be.
What's the foot?
Well, I'm taking off a big like UGG boot. Then underneath that is like a smaller shoe, and then I've got
and
like
then
a
a sock.
stocking.
if you have a foot kink, go to.
At Ash Williams Foot Show or Instagram at Ash Williams 1. That's free.
All right, we're going to go, but I've just been told you've got a meeting with 7-Eleven on air next time you're in.
Okay.
Can you come in this
that's
time?
exciting, isn't
this,
it?
This
Well,
time
I
next
thought it
week.
was going to be after the show. When am I next in?
No.
No, this time next week, come in and we'll talk about you scamming old ladies, the massage that went wrong, and you can pitch your
I'll
idea
tell
to
you what,
7-Eleven.
I'm going straight to the office to prepare for this meeting.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
Morning, Melbourne. Welcome to your 8 o'clock. If you're only just tuning in now, bad luck. You missed out on Ash Williams. Make sure you get that on the podcast.
Specifically, his Stifler's mum hookup story.
Specifically.
Two-parter, Dennis.
Two-part.
Now, that is a two-parter.
It was.
Didn't that rattle him?
Don't need any more context.
No.
Everyone knows who Stifler's mum is.
Absolutely. Get onto it. Now, today is a very special day because I'm doing Fred's Big Run, the challenge, to make up the fact I'm not running it. I am walking it. I'm doing 300 kilometres, which is double the prescribed target.
Huge.
300 kilometres. And I'm going well. I'm on target. I had a bit of a slow day yesterday, but I'm back on today. And today's a special day because every dollar that you donate to this amazing charity, which heals people of avoidable blindness. I mean, you've got that in your power to give someone back their eyesight. That's extraordinary. It only costs $25 per person.
But today, you get, it's 2 for 1. Some secret benefactor is doubling any donation. So
Nice of Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
Hanging Brownie today and Dino, today's your chance. If you donate, say, I don't know, I know things are tough for you, Sam. If you donate $5, that will be matched.
Hold on, let me
And
do
it
the
will be
maths.
$10, so you can save one person's eye, one eye.
Very presumptuous for you to think that I'm for this.
Get onto my Instagram page, Chrissie Swan. There's a link in the bio. It could not be easier. Please get behind me. I've made a sort of silly target of $100,000, which I don't think I'm going to get to. But regardless, I'm going to hit 300 kilometres, and I would appreciate any dollars that you've got.
Today's the day to do it.
Today's the day to do it. It's bang for buck. Or you can go to the Nova website or the Nova Player, and all the links are there. It couldn't be easier to donate. It's super, super easy.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
How about some tropical stuff?
Well, let's get straight into it. We don't need to. Everyone knows what that is. It's...
Time now for our sense of the day.
I love the way he says day.
Genuine regrets.
You should.
John, football followers in this city, they turn to you as a current Fox Footy pundit, and they want to know, why is Carlton appealing again the 2-match ban handed down to Patrick Cripps? I thought he was suspended. They appealed. It was upheld. What is it?
Yeah, upheld.
Oh, it's the upheld.
The suspension was upheld.
Yeah,
and hold on. Now, you
your
didn't
thoughts?
appeal, Sam. Just
Sorry.
get the
I'm just asking.
get it
you.
right. Get the
Just
order,
asking.
the chronology
Hey.
of it right, Sam. He was offered 2 matches
Yes.
from the MRO,
Yes.
which is
the
a match
MRO?
review officer, Michael Christian, former Collingwood Premiership player, but now MRO. And then he decided to challenge that offering by taking it to the tribunal, where the tribunal upheld Michael Christian's decision and said, no, you will stick with 2 weeks. However, there is an opportunity to appeal at the Appeals Tribunal, which is an independent panel chaired by different people than were on the tribunal. And so he has his opportunity to overturn his suspension and play going forward.
That was wonderful. Spell tribunal to me, please.
Tribunal.
So why do you say tribunal?
I don't say it like that, Sam. I say tribunal.
Say Dolph Lundgren.
That's it.
Dolph Lundgren.
You son of a bitch.
The son of a gun.
Son of a
All
gun.
right, anyway.
Has that clarified it?
The first bit did. The bit about tribunal and tribunal was not any clearer, but the appeal will be heard at 6 p.m. tonight.
Right. So this is not like a
Any
Supreme,
chance?
This is not like a Supreme Court hearing. This
Pundit, what do you got? Chance or not?
Absolutely is. Absolutely. The fact that the tribunal jury deliberated for 40 minutes tells me that that's
He's got a pulse.
I got a pulse. That's the equivalent of a murder trial. The jury deliberating for about 10 days. It's a long time to deliberate. So that tells me, Swanee, there was some different views within that jury and panel.
Big.
All right. Hey, Melbourne's return to office rate is lagging well behind every other capital city, with buildings in the CBD less than 40% full on average. Dino, you live in the city.
Yeah.
True or false?
Well, to the eye, it looks like we're completely back, but I can't see inside offices. You know what I mean?
That's enough for me.
Got X-ray vision.
That's good enough for me. Donald Trump has invoked his Fifth Amendment rights and declined to answer questions at a scheduled
Tell Surprise.
deposition.
What's it for? Is it for stealing the documents for the JFK assassination?
That's right.
Or is it for...
And Roswell. No, his business is under investigation. It has been for a while.
But not his fault. He's never been wrong or illegal.
Listen,
in his
it
life.
says no left-wing latte sipping. Hey, anytime Iggy Azalea is in the news.
I am the strip club. I am the strip club.
Someone guessed her for under the thong mask.
If I ever get married, that's what I'm walking down the aisle.
I am the strip club.
She's the whole strip club. The chairs, the pole, the bar.
Yeah, she's just not in it. She is the strip club.
Correct, yeah.
She's announced via Twitter that she is coming back to music.
Oh, good.
She said, of course, way back in 2021, last year, that she'd be stepping away from music, but she's changed her mind.
Well,
You're allowed to do that. What?
How old is she?
It's 51.
You know what? I think she's had some kids.
A year ago, I was willing to walk away from music because I was tired of the negative energy it's attracted. Wow. Should have tried spending some time in this studio. What I've learned is that even when I'm minding my business, you're all going to be negative and nosy.
Yeah.
That seems passive-aggressive. So if I can't have peace, neither can you. I'm coming back.
Yeah,
Cry about
good.
it.
Great.
Good.
Fact check, 32 years of age.
I was very close.
So young.
The other news is, of
She
course,
was from like the Sunshine Coast or something.
Mullumbimby.
Yeah, Mullumbimby.
Kanye West.
Yeah.
Kanye West and Lil Uzi Vert.
Lil Uzi Vert.
Have been,
What's he sing?
Lil Uzi Vert. Oh, it's his banger.
Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead.
Have you got that American reporter with the great accent?
Jeannie Most.
Yeah.
Well, Jeannie Most is the CNN reporter, showbiz reporter, Swanee, who, of course, she first brought Lil Uzi Vert to my attention with this story.
Remember how Shirley Bassey sang, imagine a diamond being forever in your forehead.
And of course, imagine, because that was a story about Lil Uzi Vert.
Rapper Little Uzi Vert showed off his new diamond-encrusted face in this video. The pink diamond reportedly cost $24 million.
Imagine having a diamond in your forehead, Brownie.
It'd be unbelievable.
And then in a twist that no one saw coming for Lil Uzi Vert, I think it got infected and he had to have it removed.
Yeah, no wonder.
So, but Kanye West and Lil Uzi Vert have debuted matching tattoos. The ink features 3 lines of text above the inner elbows of West and Vert. Reading.
Are they dating?
No, it just says, it reads, "We here forever," technically.
Right on, man.
Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead.
All of them.
Push me to the edge. All my friends are.
He seems to miss with some of his decisions, though.
That is true.
He seems to miss with some of his decisions.
Kanye or
Little Uzi Vert?
When it comes to these body decisions.
They are right, though.
Absolutely, technically.
Technically, because, you can listen to them forever.
Oh, yeah.
On Spotify.
The last one I just want to mention, so you keep telling me Top Gun Maverick's it's a big hit. Well, it is a big hit box office. You say it's a good movie, Dino.
Absolutely, brother.
Brownie, you sent it?
I took the kids to it just across the road here. It's fantastic.
Whoa.
Can I do a community service announcement for those people that live close to the Rivoli? Very soon, I think the 21st of August, they're doing a double feature of Top Gun
The
and
original?
Maverick.
Zimmer.
That'd be good.
Lewis Hamilton, the Formula One driver, he asked Tom Cruise to cast him in the movie.
Did he?
Yeah, because they were mates. Friendship with the two heavyweights kicked off when Hamilton was invited onto the set of one of Cruise's movies. I think he was The Edge of Tomorrow. And then a friendship built over time. And then Hamilton says, when I heard the second one was coming, I said, I got to ask him. Cruise was more than happy to fulfill the request, but had a much bigger role in mind for the Mercedes Supremo. Cruise wanted Hamilton to be a fighter pilot.
What?
Whoa. How cool would that
would
be?
have jumped the shark.
I reckon too, John.
I reckon so.
Because he would have had to either been on the Americans team, on Maverick's team, or he would have had to been a MiG fighter pilot for the Russians.
And I
Wouldn't have
just
worked.
think you'd just be watching it going, that's Lewis Hamilton.
Spoiler alert.
Yes.
Spoiler alert for those who haven't seen it. Anyway, he couldn't do it.
It was an unknown country.
It was.
Thanks for clearing that up. Anyway, just to clarify, Patrick Cripps is off to the what?
Star in the next Top Gun film.
No,
Say it.
He's going to try.
Say it.
He's going to the appeals board tonight to have his decision overturned. Obviously, he'd be hoping to be more successful than he was at the tribunal the other night.
Son of a... Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Yesterday, I had a weird day. You know when just everything was off? I woke up. I slept through my alarm. Well, actually, no. Truth teller here. I didn't set my alarm. I always check.
That's bad from you.
My alarm's on.
Yeah, 2 alarms, Swanee.
And I remember.
Backup alarm.
No, but you still have to set that. I remember just as I was about to fall asleep, I thought, check that your alarm's on. And then my other voice said, you do this every single night and it's always on. Just trust that you've done it at some point. Anyway, of course I hadn't. And I slept in and then I felt like I was chasing my tail all day. And I sort of had flushes of the red mist, like the fury. Does that ever happen to you?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm sane.
Smallest things would set me off. Like all my three kids were home from school, which was fine. That didn't set me off.
There you go.
But Peg was doing something with water at the sink, and then she was filling up a water balloon and it burst, and then it went all over the bench, and then it went onto some documents, and I felt like I could lose my mind over this. You know, the smallest
You
thing.
should have had a massive blow up in front of the kids. Get it all out.
No, I don't think that's the answer.
I do that from time to
I don't
time.
think that's the answer. I generally don't blow up. I might say, oh, I'm really teetering on the edge of losing my mind. I'm going to remove myself from this situation. But I was at the
warning.
Just a little warning.
Just one gunshot into the roof.
Yeah, and then sometimes I just go upstairs and just lay on the bed and breathe.
Yes.
Just to avoid losing my mind, like you do in front of your kids. But you do you, boo. I'm not here to judge anybody's parenting.
I say I'm about to blow the roof off this joint.
Right.
I like that.
And then they all scatter.
That's right.
Yeah, that's wise.
Well, it's just...
That's wise.
It's said in a, said in a very
And I
stern
also-
voice, but not over the top.
I also had my period, so I was, cranky.
Mm-hmm.
You do get a bit cranky, a bit short fuse, which I know that you don't know because you're men.
No, but tell us.
Yeah. Anyway, went to the...
don't tell us.
Went
Don't
to
tell us?
No, that was it. That
no
was
interest.
it. That was it. So all of these, it was a kind of a perfect storm for crankiness. And then I went to the supermarket, and I don't know what it is. I really feel like we do too much at the supermarket, and I'm not going to harp on about it. But I remember the days where, like I'm old enough to remember when, people served you and looked after you and helped you at the supermarket, that you didn't have to do everything you goddamn self.
Pushed your trolley to the car.
Yes, I miss those days last year. Anyway, so now I'm already a bit cranky that I have to do so much at the supermarket, that I've got to go and get everything myself, that I've got to scan it myself, I've got to pack it myself, everything. Whereas all these things used to be outsourced. And then now you're doing everything yourself, and this woman says this every single time, over and over, when I take a little bit too long to pack my backpack after I've done the shopping. Okay, and it goes on and on and on. Please take your items. Please take your items. Because what I'm doing is, I put it all there on the weight thing, and then after I've paid for everything, I have to pack it very carefully in my backpack because I'm always on foot. And then I have to get on my backpack and go. But it takes a while to pack a full load of shopping into a backpack and still get it closed.
I haven't heard that.
Haven't you?
No.
Oh, see, maybe you leave quickly, and it keeps on saying it. For if I'm there for say 6 or 7 minutes, she would say, "Please take your items," 100 times until, and particularly yesterday, it got on my nerves like crazy, and I went into this dream sequence.
Please take your items.
Yeah, I am. I heard you the first time.
Please take your items.
Okay, I'm packing it in my backpack. I'm getting
Please
there.
take your items.
Okay, all right.
Please take your items.
Yes, I am taking my items.
Please take your items.
Get around to it. I'm doing it.
Please take your items.
You know what? You.
Please take your items.
Did you just shoot the machine?
I did.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
Big Bad John. What do you reckon, man?
Yeah, you like that, yeah, you play that.
Great song.
What do you reckon, though?
Your ringtone.
I love it.
Yes.
Of course I do.
Who sang that?
Johnny.
Big old man with a guitar.
Johnny
Cash.
No, it wasn't. Some other dude.
Some other dude. Well, yesterday, 2 days ago, Neil Mitchell, like on 3AW, like fair enough, he just brings up the topic of pies.
Yeah.
Of course, when you think pies, in this country we think 4 and 20.
Now on 3AW and across Victoria, this is Neil Mitchell.
Questions. Is the 4 and 20 pie out of fashion? Do you still like it?
Good question.
Sam?
Nearly drove a car off the road.
Why, it's funny.
Sam's face then was listening to Neil Mitchell, considering it, and nodding his head, going, "He's got a point."
You love Mitchell, that's why.
In the modern day, I would have thought that
Future colleague.
4 and 20. 4 and 20 are it's a little bit from the past, John.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's just become big in Japan. That's why they were talking about it. So he's asking the question that it's big in Japan now, but is it getting old-fashioned in Australia? And I thought, well, surely Neil will just come back after the break and straighten things up with his opinion. Obviously, he's a big fan of the 4 and 20 meat pie.
Have they had their day? I think 4 and 20 pies are sort of disappearing. I think they've probably had their day. A bit of an anachronism.
What?
Someone check on Neil.
Anachronism means old-fashioned.
What a
for a different
snob.
time.
What a snob.
Still wears double denim, I'm reliably informed.
Yeah, probably.
So,
Are you about to launch into a stringent defence of it?
nah, well, it's not. Well,
Because I was going to say...
I feel like it's it doesn't need defending. The 4 and 20 brand in this country, Sam,
Would you think, considering you're going head to head with an AM shock jock heavyweight, do you think that you should probably declare your conflict of interest as a 4-20 ambassador?
Well, no, I'm just a lover, and I have been the whole life, Sam.
Yeah,
all the
me
way
too.
through.
I say the money's the weekly checks from 4-20 mean nothing to.
Types of pies: classic, roll, Angus, magnificent. Loaded is the new one.
I know.
The topper.
What's the loaded dog?
What are these pies?
The loaded.
Yeah.
Well, it's got two more.
Well,
the topper.
Obviously. What's in them, John?
Well, it's cheese and bacon. We had one of the brekkie rolls too. We just had one of the brekkie rolls, didn't you? You know that one I cut up for you before?
Nothing
That's
beats
loaded.
the traditional meat pie. I'm
There you
sorry.
go.
Well, there it is. We've got the traditional.
Absolutely.
We've got the Angus one as well, Swanee. You got all those ones. You got the Traveller. Traveller's good.
Traveller's good.
Well, what's the Traveller?
Traveller is a rectangular shape,
Yes.
so you can eat it while you're driving.
put it right.
We love the Traveller.
It's
Mate,
fantastic.
is this a paid ad from
No, it's not. I'm just defending it.
Not for him, not for me.
Well, there we go.
It is for him.
Going out of fashion, okay. 146,000 4-20s are consumed every day in Australia.
Take that, Mitchell.
Does that sound like you're going out of fashion?
No, it doesn't.
In Australia, 52 million of the iconic 4-20 pies are consumed every year. Sound like it's going out of fashion?
Why are you so angry?
Suck on that, Mitchell.
Suck on that,
that's
exactly.
Like 2 a year for every man, woman, and child in this country.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna up that.
52 million pies.
Yeah.
20,000 pies consumed at the MCG for most games of football.
Every single week.
At a wonderful price, too.
Not
How much are
of
they?
Gold Coast in town.
Big John, how much are they?
At the footy, $4.50 at the footy.
You would not know.
Cheaper than the chips. Chips are about $11. What a
true.
disgrace. The pies are good. Sometimes they sell them for $2 at the footy. There you go.
Thank you.
That's value.
When you
we
back him
get
into
to
a corner.
Can we get to whatever's happening here on the chopping board?
No. Well, I've got opposition as well. Okay, let's go. We've got 4-20.
Okay, we've got a chopping board
4
here.
and 20. We've got Mrs. Max. Not even the same universe, Swanee.
Oh, come on. No. Whoa. Mrs. Max is a fine pie.
Where are you going?
Not even the same universe.
This one looks fancy.
I'm
What's
concerned
that
the
one?
lawyers might be listening for Mrs. Max, but honestly, I would not.
Why you're attacking
I
them.
would not feed it to. I'm going to stop right there. I
Are
know
you
it well
cutting
said.
They're a
Swanee,
fine
you cut
pie.
that.
I don't know why you're attacking an old lady.
That one
Mrs.
looks
Mac did nothing to you.
Mrs. Mac is innocent.
Oh, shit.
That's Sergeant Swanee. I don't know what I do with
Drinking
sergeants.
problem.
Sergeant's is fancy.
Mrs. Mac's a drunk.
Sergeant's fancy.
Herbert Adam?
No, that's black and gold, that one.
Okay.
It's no good.
Last time I saw Mrs. Mac, she was bumming smokes outside the pokies.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so iconic, Dino.
Yeah.
Remember the footy bus ad?
Yeah, brother.
Remember the
Here it
footy
is.
bus ad?
This one.
Australiana. What about this iconic ad from the 90s? And the one with the rabbits in it, Dino.
This one, oh yeah.
What'd you get? Rabbit food. Again. Me too. Thing mine's still growing. You blokes want something from the shop? You bloody ripper. Bloody unreal.
Oh, you bloody ripper.
4-20. A great Australian taste.
Yes, and you know you can still get.
See, I
Did you
got
hear?
you. I got Sam.
No,
I
you
got him
didn't.
back.
Did you hear
did
in
not.
that ad the paper bag that very?
yeah.
It's like a slightly laminated
Yes.
4-20. You can still get them at the servo, so they come in that miraculous unmeltable
Plastic,
Oh,
but you can also then put it in that paper bag.
all
Yeah.
you've done is wheel out a couple of stats and just done an ad for 4-20. What's your point?
Well, Neil Mitchell's wrong. They are not old-fashioned.
I agree.
They are a quintessential Australian meal. They are a
Absolutely.
staple part of our diet. Neil Mitchell's wrong.
Yeah.
And I think we should all boycott his show. It's a shout out to all our listeners. And you can't be bringing that stuff on air
Agreed.
because clearly they're the greatest.
Yeah.
They're so great that, of course, remember back in the day, Swanee, they even wrote a song about it back in the 1800s.
What?
This iconic song.
Sing a song, a sixpence, a pocket full of rye. 4-20 blackbirds baked in a pie.
That's where they got their name from.
No, they didn't. It was the other way around.
He's upset.
again,
They
angry.
used 4-20 against
Really
the
angry.
pies. So there you go. Neil Mitchell, you
Just
are
be
wrong.
that's fine.
I
I want a
agree.
full apology.
Let's get him on.
And call him other inflammatory words.
Yeah.
Spice this up a bit.
Go crazy.
rightio. Stop wearing double denim.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Oh, unless it's a weekend. Over 100.